Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and today I want to talk about Mesut Ozil. The midfielder's Arsenal nightmares finally came to an end, with Ozil getting a free transfer to Turkish side Fenerbahce. It was a sad end to his Arsenal career, having arrived as one of the top playmakers in world football. But as time went on, his influence waned, so much so that even this season Mikel Arteta didn't include him in his Premier League squad. The Ozil debate has raged on for years. I'm not going to get into it, but I am interested in something the World Cup winner said on Twitter the other day. He was doing a Q&A, and when one fan asked if he'd rather play for the rivals Tottenham or retire completely, Ozil was emphatic in his answer, declaring that he'd rather hang up his boots for good. Jose Mourinho gave him some jip back, saying in a press conference who told him Spurs were interested in signing him anyway. Well, in this video, that's exactly what's going to happen. Using the editor, I've sent Mesut Ozil from Arsenal to Tottenham. He signed a 5-year deal with Mourinho's side, and he's on a much more manageable wages now, going from 350 grand a week to a still modest 150 grand a week. On top of that, I've organised a transfer for Ozil to go back to Schalke in 2025 to ensure that he has to stay at Tottenham for the full length of his contract. Will he get a game at Spurs, or will he continue to rot in the reserves just like he did at Arsenal? Let's find out. Okay, so here we are at the start of the simulation, and as you can see there, in between Steven Bergwijn and Dele Alli, we've got Mesut Ozil as a Tottenham Hotspur player. He's done the dirty, he's swapped Arsenal for Tottenham. Instead of retiring, he's wound up at the new White Hart Lane, and he's going to be there for 5 years. On the 1st of July 2025, there it is, he's scheduled to join Schalke, but for now, he's a Tottenham player. Let's have a look at his happiness, his information. 2 positives going on. He's pleased to have joined Tottenham, which is weird, but he's also looking forward to moving clubs, so some mixed messages there from Mesut Ozil. Let's simulate a year in the future. Let's see how he gets on. Will he even get a game under Jose Mourinho? Let's find out. Right, so here we are at the end of the first season of the Mesut Ozil experiment. As you can see, Tottenham have came 6th in the Premier League, 66 points on the board. Jose Mourinho's gone, he's been replaced by Max Allegri, so I do wonder if that's had any impact on Mesut Ozil. If we look at the squad, there he is, sitting on the bench as the 9th substitute, which isn't a great place to be. He's made 7 appearances in all competitions, 4 starts. He's got himself a goal and 1 assist, which is, for a man like Mesut Ozil, not many. But he hasn't been getting many at Arsenal, considering he hasn't been allowed to play. At Tottenham, he's featured a little bit. Have a look at how many Premier League appearances he got. 6 appearances in the league, 3 of them were starts, 3 as substitute. And his goal and assist both came in the Premier League. He got 1 cup start with a rating of 6.4, which was pretty poor. Overall in the Premier League, 6.89, which isn't awful. If we compare his average to the rest of the Spurs squad, he's in between Højbjerg and Davinson Sanchez, which, middle of the pack really. I'm more surprised he isn't down there with Danny Rose. Danny Rose isn't even allowed to dish out the kits. That's how out of the picture he is at Tottenham. But Mesut Ozil, he got his 1 goal late in the season, and it came in a 1-1 draw away to Tottenham. He gave Tottenham the lead in the 14th minute, only for Ollie Watkins to peg them back. Other than that, it's quite hard to actually find his appearances. He started there against Brighton in a 2-0 win, and the week before that against Fulham, he was a late substitute. So late he didn't even get a ranking. A ranking? A grade? An average rating? Who knows? A number. Earlier in the season it won't tell us whether he featured or not, I'm not quite sure. Oh no, it does there, but he didn't feature. It gets to a point where it just doesn't tell you who actually played there. See, West Brom, he might have played, he might not have. He might have played absolutely out of his skin. I mean, I assume he didn't, but it's nice to dream, isn't it? So after 1 season with Mesut Ozil, Tottenham have came 6th and they've barely used him. But we'll have a look. I mean, as you can see, Jordan Schalke, he's a fringe player now, still earning 150 grand a week. I'm assuming that's never going to change because they're not going to offer him a new contract if he's leaving in what's 4 years time now. But he's still feeling positive, and he feels Son Heung-min is a vital part of the team, which is very true. I mean, Mesut Ozil's going to know what a vital part of the team is, considering he isn't one. Wearing the number 13 shirt because, I mean, there was no way he was going to wrestle the number 10 off Harry Kane, was he? But with Max Allegri in charge, maybe things might be changing for Ozil. Probably not. Let's go into the next year. Let's see whether Mesut Ozil features at all in Season 2 at Tottenham. Okay, season 2, Tottenham are on the rise. They've came 5th this time out. Max Allegri's first season in charge has seen an improvement. But what about Mesut Ozil? Into the Tottenham squad will go. Where is he? Right at the bottom. He hasn't played a single minute alongside Gianluca Frabotta, who is some Italian geezer who's honoured to be in the part of the same squad as Harry Kane. It's probably how Mesut Ozil feels. A whole season and he hasn't featured once. 13 times he played in non-competitive games, so at least he's been getting some reserve outings. A couple of goals, 5 assists. He's doing well there, I guess, but in the Tottenham first team, he hasn't even got a squad number. He's had the number 13 revoked. No one wants to be number 13. The only person I knew who wanted to be number 13 was Michael Ballack. And I'm going to assume he's not playing for Tottenham here. Have a look there. Made available for the under-23s and that's about it. But he's still feeling quite good. He's happy. I assume because he hasn't had to move house. He's looking forward to moving clubs and feels Harry Kane is a vital part of the team. I mean, it's no wonder he's looking forward to moving clubs. He's probably been feeling like that at Arsenal for years. So year 2, he hasn't played at all. Unfortunately, Mesut, you're stuck there for another 3 years. Let's see if anything changes. Let's move into year 3. Okay, so it's the 3rd season of the Mesut Ozil experiment. Tottenham have finished 4th yet again. They're climbing the table. Max Allegri's slowly but steadily turning this Tottenham team around. But what about Mesut Ozil? Yet again, he's at the bottom. Hasn't played a single minute once again. This time he's been forced to play with the under-18s rather than the under-23s. And they've also put him on the transfer list and the loan list. I don't quite understand how they can do that considering he's leaving anyway. Like, I don't know how that works, unless Schalke want to sign him early, but I don't really know. I mean, there's quite a few players Tottenham have got on the transfer list actually. Boubakary Samer, Højbjerg's on there. Toby Alderweireld's leaving. He's one of the lucky ones, but Mesut Ozil's going to have to stay. But his morale's really good, but he's concerned about his playing time. I mean, he's concerned with the amount of game time that he's been getting, having missed the last 14 games that he could have played in. I mean, that is great, Mesut, but you weren't arsed last season, were you? Value's just dropping every year. Played 19 times this time for the youth sides. Playing very well though, doing well for the kids, but not a single competitive appearance for Tottenham. No squad number. I'm going to have a little look at Arsenal, see who's replaced him, see if anyone's got his number 10 shirt. The number 10 shirt's gone to Alex Lacazette, who is... I was going to say he's doing it justice by playing, but that's not what's been happening at Arsenal in recent years. They've finally got a number 10 who actually gets on the pitch. But as for Mesut Ozil, 3 years down, he's got another 2 to go at Tottenham. He must be sick of his life. Not that bothered though. He's not even looking forward to joining Schalke anymore. He just thinks Harry Kane's really good at football, which is true, I suppose. Reputation's dropping like a stone. Favoured clubs, Fenerbahce. Well, it's a good job you're there now, Mesut. But let's move into the 4th year. Maybe things will change this time for Mesut Ozil. Let's find out. Okay, year 4, Tottenham once again have finished 4th. Max Allegri still in charge, which is bad news for Mesut Ozil. There he is, right at the bottom. Selection info. Hasn't played at all, unregistered. He's been allowed to play with the under-23, so that's nice, I guess. Still, morale's fairly good. He's concerned though. Last 24 games he hasn't featured in that he could have appeared in. I assume they're just random cup games. Still a fringe player, still bringing home 150 grand a week. And all he's doing is playing for the reserves. He's doing well for the reserves. You know, the Tottenham B team are winning loads of trophies, I bet. But Mesut Ozil, let's check his happiness out, information rather. He's looking forward to moving clubs again, so that's nice. And he feels Andrea Onana is a great team leader in the dressing room. I mean, at this rate, would Mesut Ozil even be allowed in the dressing room? I doubt it. The only time he's ever allowed near the club training grounds to wash Max Allegri's car. 4 years down, he's got one more to go at Tottenham. Let's simulate until July the 2nd, 2025, when he will officially be a Schalke player and his Tottenham nightmare will be over. Okay, so here we are, the 2nd of July 2025, And finally, Mesut Ozil, at the grand old age of 36, is no longer a Tottenham player. His nightmare is over. He has joined Schalke for 3 years. He's getting 87 grand a week this time. He's feeling positive. He's pleased to have joined Schalke. Whether Schalke are happy to have you, Mesut, I don't know, because looking at your ratings here, Christ, you've got a lot worse. God bless you. I'm going to assume he didn't play at all. Nope, didn't play at all yet again for Tottenham. He was even playing less and less for the reserves. Didn't get a single assist. He was just phoning it in by then. But he's a Schalke player now. Gone home. I don't know why I didn't just send him to Fenerbahce. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not going any further with this. So Mesut Ozil has spent 5 years as a Tottenham player where he made just 6 league appearances in 5 years, all of which came in 1 year. So the other day when Mesut Ozil was asked on Twitter would he rather retire or play for Tottenham Hotspur, the German said he'd rather retire. Based on this, he made the right decision. But fortunately, he's had to do neither, as he's now playing for Fenerbahce. Hopefully he can get back to his best and banish the nightmare that has been the past few years of his career. But we will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the video. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.